So I'm here in sleepy Suffolk to visit Sauna Box, a client of Hawthorne Bloom. They have their workshop here at this beautiful farm. One of the things you notice when you come into one of these saunas is the beautiful smell of the wood and the oils within the wood. I believe the can of the oil is like 250 quid just to prepare the wood. This is a 20-foot container. This can hold, let's face it this way, this can hold, I believe, up to 16 people. A beautiful finish. I mean, this wood is just so touchable. It's beautiful. It's quite high benches. There'll be steps here. But I'm going to show you some more. Good finishing this. Look at that. It's one of the heaters. Systems. Gorgeous. It's nice to sit in just as an experience of actual quality, never mind we get a sauna. And so this one has, I'll flip the camera around. This one literally has a fully open front, so this will be a glass front. It's a bit of a premium one. Well, they're all premium, but this is even more premium. Yeah, glass front. You can imagine some beautiful view in a hotel or seaside resort, all completely open. And you sit beside each other, so us men folk don't get awkward. So I'm here with Tom, the founder of Sauna Box.
How are we doing?
Tom, these are new listeners because, you know, Hawthorne Bloom's really only starting, as you know. And so I just want to talk about good businesses that I meet and good people that I meet. So tell you know, my listeners about Sauna Box and why you started it.
Yeah, so we're a sauna company. We're set up in Suffolk on the east coast of England, and our main function is building saunas, or building saunas for businesses, really, we should say.
Yes.
So yeah, I started it as a personal need. Came back to Norfolk and there was no saunas, so we started there and basically built one during lockdown. Hoped that someone else would feel the lack of saunas was a thing, and I dragged that sauna. Actually, the first year I dragged it 40,000 miles around Norfolk and Suffolk, doing all these little pop-up events.
Yeah.
So that's where we started, and then we sort of slowly grown into a sauna builder. So yeah, here now at the workshop, we sort of turn around 2 saunas a month. In anything from the big 20-foot containers down to a sort of 6-person horse box. So yeah, often in slightly odd shells for a sauna, but yeah, in the sort of mobile sphere is really our specialism.
Yes, and we've been talking recently about sort of the direction of Sauna Box and sort of the underlying values, if you like, and there's this word that keeps coming back. I don't know where we've even settled on it, or you settled on it. There's a sense of peace, there's a sense of stillness. Something that happens when, you know, sauna happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've talked about this a lot in the last month or so. Really, it's like what are we trying to put into the world? And I think the words that always come up, stillness, absolutely, like creating that space where people can slow down. In the modern world, we're all rush, fast paced, immediate action, you know, all these sort of words where actually it's okay to just sit and rest. And I think particularly for guys, even we don't really even have rest in our sort of vocabulary maybe. So actually this is still an activity, so guys will happily do it, but the activity is to sit. So, you know, I love that we create that space for that. And then the other words that we always really think about, I think that stillness allows deeper connections. And then also like joy, you know, quite literally in a sauna, all of your happiness hormones are stimulated, but also with those connections, with that slowing down, joy is a natural sort of outcome of it. So they're the three words we've talked a lot about recently: connection, joy, and stillness, facilitating the whole lot.
Love it. I'm all for that. I'm all for those things. I really enjoyed getting to know you in the last few days. Obviously we've had online thing, but just coming in person, coming talking to each other, and just I think we've just discovered, I suppose, resonances or whatever you want to call it. And so I love what this is. No matter what I'm involved in, this thing should happen. This stuff should happen. But there was one other thing I remember you saying, and it was about you don't put timers in saunas. I've always seen timers in saunas. He doesn't put them in.
Yeah, so it's very Finnish, like sauna or sauna and time do not exist together. So you go to the sauna for the amount of time it needs. It's not how much time you allocate in your day, it's how much time it needs to sort of fulfill what your needs are. So yeah, we very much honour that. We don't put any timers in. I've also been in saunas where there is a 15-minute timer, and you know, again, mainly men go in, and if it says 15 minutes on the timer, they're like, oh, I'm dying here. So we obviously want to encourage people to follow their bodies and not the timer. So one of my favorite things to say to a client is follow your heart. So, you know, very literally it's always good to be coming from your heart space anyway, but in a sauna, when your heart gets to roughly your equivalent of going for a jog, that's a good time to come out. So whatever, you know, and only you can really know that, but you will want to also just push the uncomfortableness a little. So again, if there's a timer and it says 10 minutes, people might leave before they should. So it's playing with that edge of comfortableness, and it's not like pushing it until you pass out, but it's that finding your spot. And the only way you'll do that is if you listen to your body and not a timer. Yeah.
Listen to your body, follow your heart. Let's do that.
I mean, that seems like good advice for life, really. Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers.